Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to the Redeemables podcast, a podcast where we take movies that were rated 50 or below on Metacritic, and we decide whether to redeem them or take them to the future, take them out of the ice, and nail them to a cross. Ooh,
I see what you did there.
I'm your delightful host, Duff. With me is the owner of 1,000 snow globes, all based with penguins, Benjamin.
Love my penguins.
You've always been a snow globe guy.
Yeah,
Every time I go to your house,
Yeah.
it's fucking snow globes.
They're the
everywhere.
currency of the future, you'll see.
You might be right.
Also with me is a man that wore a girl's head as a hat across 3 states.
Kenny, yeah. Thanks.
How you going, buddy?
Thanks for having me, yes.
Today I'm doing the movie Demolition Man.
At the end of a century, ravaged by violence, a society of perfect order will arise. Criminals will be frozen and reprogrammed in cryogenic prisons.
The prisoners are ice cubes. Their criminal instincts are being reprogrammed as they sleep.
Aggression and deviant behavior will be totally eliminated.
He's a criminal the likes of which you have never seen. In a bad time, he was the worst.
I'm gonna love running this place.
But in the year 2032,
This morning, Simon Phoenix escaped from this cryo facility. We are, quite frankly, not equipped to deal with the situation.
amidst a world of peace and calm,
We're police officers. We're not trained for this kind of violence.
How was the fiendish Simon Phoenix apprehended back in the 20th?
In the end, it took just one man, John Spartan.
You mean the Demolition Man?
Yes.
Wowie, wowie, wowie. From 1993, directed by Marco Brambilla.
What is it?
Marco Brambilla.
Brambilla.
I just put an accent on it.
Oh,
you can-
I didn't mind it.
Written by Peter M. Linkoff. Demolition Man is a 1993 American science fiction action movie directed by Marco Brambilla in his directorial debut.
Right.
It stars Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock, and Nigel Hawthorne. Stallone is John Spartan, a risk-taking police officer who has a reputation for causing destruction while carrying out his work. After a failed attempt to rescue hostages from the evil crime lord Simon Phoenix,
Jeez, it's a long one, isn't it?
Snipes, bear with me, I'm running out of breath. They are both sentenced to cryogenically frozen.
Yeah.
Yep.
In 1996, Phoenix is forward for a parole hearing in 2032. Fucking hell. How is a Wikipedia thing long on the movie? But escapes. Society has changed and all crime has seemingly been eliminated. Unable to deal with a criminal as dangerous as Phoenix, the authorities awaken Spartan to help capture him again.
Right.
And brief.
Yes, that's it?
Jeez, yeah, that's
You
it,
want
man.
to tell us anything else? Or?
That's it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's it. I shouldn't have pressed expand. I knew I should have stuck
Yeah.
with Demolition Man as a science fiction action movie.
Demolition Man is a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have been happy with that.
I would have preferred it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not their best work.
Nah.
It's comprehensive.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very comprehensive.
Yeah, it's
almost
excessive.
too much
Yeah.
comprehensive.
No, it actually not almost. It was. Yeah.
All right, the tagline.
Yes.
Listen to
What do we got?
this.
What do we got? What do you got?
It's not my favorite. The future isn't big enough for both of them.
Oh, that's pretty
It's
good.
not bad.
Yeah, I like it.
It's not bad.
Bear with me. I've got
there's
another
more?
tagline.
Oh,
no, I've got
okay.
another tagline.
Is this
There's
your
like-
own? You
this
wrote
is-
this?
No, this is in the movie, but it should have been the tagline.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Send a maniac to catch a maniac.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to know it.
The first one summed it up a little better because it has the time travel stuff in there. It's
Yeah.
not time travel, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. And is he that much of a maniac?
He's pretty maniac. Like he destroys everything. He's
Yeah.
a maniac.
He's definitely a demolition man.
Yeah.
But is he a
Wait.
maniac?
Which one's the Demolition Man?
Well,
Should have been called Demolition
We'll
Man.
find out by the end of this pod.
I don't think we will.
can we do teasers now? Look
don't
at
think
us.
we will.
Look at us.
Do you want to head straight into the budget, friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me some stats, man.
yeah.
Ooh, I love
How
it.
many American pesos did this cost to make in 1993?
So this movie cost $57 million to make.
Right.
Fuck, that's a lot. 93.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge amounts of money.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
seeing Ken looking at my fucking notes, trying to get the answer for the.
This is how we got through high school.
I feel like I'm bloody.
I didn't go to high
school. Okay, so it was pretty big at the time, yes?
Yeah, I thought.
From what I remember?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but yeah, I assume it would have been.
Yeah.
What do you think it made? Was it bust?
Oh, no.
Definitely not bust.
No. You're talking Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
I'm going with, you say the metric for a blockbuster is 100 plus?
Yes, 100 US, I believe it is.
This is 100 plus.
But we're talking global.
Yep.
Yep.
GBO?
Yep, GBO.
GBO.
$112.5 million.
I say more. I say
Of course you fucking do.
I say crank it up. I say give me. I reckon it was the blockbuster of the year that year almost.
Right.
Oh no, Jurassic Park came out in '93.
It's a
Silly
big,
of me.
big year of
I'll say
film.
140.
140? All right. Sorry to bust your bubble.
Okay.
58 million.
What?
So it made $1 million in profit. I was stunned when I read it. All I can imagine it was 5,800 million.
Is that global or US?
Global, man. GBO.
Wow.
Fuck.
GBO. 57, 58.
Right, right.
Yeah.
No, I'm legitimately shocked by that.
Yeah. What more do they want?
Yeah.
It's a futuristic
Action movie, man.
sci-fi action film with the two biggest stars of that time.
93 was a simpler time.
Simple time. People
Yeah,
loved
yeah.
going to the movies in the
They
90s.
did.
That's why most of our things come from the 90s.
No, actually, I think swine flu might have been around 93.
It was the first
Oh,
pandemic.
yes. You're actually
Yeah.
correct.
Did we have digital Dolby sound in 93? Like, were we getting the full cinematic experience? I
Yeah.
believe we were.
Yeah, I think we were, yeah.
Yeah. There
Either
wasn't
way, you're getting popcorn and a bloody... What
A hand job?
Only went to the movies if you can.
Right.
Every day of the week. So also the Metacritic for this movie
Yeah.
is 34.
That is amongst the lowest we've ever had, right?
It's very
That's
low.
in the red.
It's red?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
red?
That's in the red.
How do you get red? Under 40?
Under
or under
40, I think,
35?
Yeah.
Under 40, I think. 'Cause, yeah.
Right, right.
And the user rating, there's not much discrepancy. I thought it would be more. It's 67.
That's it. Yeah, okay.
So
okay.
it doubles it, kind of.
We so far haven't been able to draw much of a correlation between user score and box office taking it.
Yeah.
I'm really confused
I
about
think
that. Doesn't seem to marry up.
Movies like this, we've done these movies before. It becomes a hit
Yeah, right. Yeah.
when it comes out. I'm not
Yeah.
going to go to the movies and spend like $30.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get a DVD from Video Easy, which cost me $12, and I can get 6 weeklies and another new release.
And then you never return it, and then you've got to you got to sign up for a new store in the next suburb, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
we've all
done
been
that
there.
a few times.
Yeah, so also I think the key point as well is that critical score is locked in at the time of release.
Yes.
And user score is a moving target over time, right?
Yeah.
So does this? So interestingly, like, does that mean that this user score will probably go down?
Don't know.
What do you reckon? I don't think it goes up.
No, I think it's probably locked in at this point.
Yeah, locked in. Yeah, but it wouldn't go up now.
No, I
No
don't.
one's watching this now and going, "Well, that's better than
Yeah,
what
game
did you say the
changer.
user score was."
67.
Yeah, no one's going, "That's better than 67."
Yeah.
Surely not.
No, I don't. Oh,
No.
Other than Duff.
I think there's a lot of dead hopers like me out there
Called it. Called it.
who, they still have nostalgia will give you 50 points for a movie.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're not going to badmouth a movie you love when
No,
you're
no, but nostalgia would. But I'm talking about new people.
no one
watching
new
this
is
now.
watching this now.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But if someone did, they go, "Fuck me." Is this what it was like in '93?
This is why Wesley Snipes no longer acts.
You guys bother me heaps.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to get into the critics? Let's see what they have to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. It'd be really interesting.
Once again, bear with me. It's on my phone because I'm lazy.
How many people did the Washington Post send to this?
Oh,
The whole staff. They had their Christmas party there.
Okay, this. The first one is from Variety.
Oh, yeah?
Emmanuel Levy. I think we've had him before.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe you guys pronounce him as Levy.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The levy was dry.
A noisy,
I'll believe
soulless,
that.
self-conscious pastiche.
Pastiche.
You know what it means.
Pastiche,
That's
yeah.
good for you. I was
Yeah.
struggling over
It's
here.
like a collage, I believe.
That mixes the element of sci-fi, action, adventure, and romance, then pours on a layer of comedy, replete with Hollywood in-jokes. That sounds like a good review.
yeah.
It's not bad.
What do you give it?
40.
No, it's
That's
not bad.
Oh, if I write the review, I'm giving something 70.
I don't think he knows what pastiche
40's
means.
40's a 2-star review. It means you didn't hate it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, man.
Yeah.
See what I did there? I converted Metacritic to stars.
Look at that.
On the spot.
Fucking hell.
Good, isn't it?
I've got Richard Schickel from The Time.
Yeah.
Ultimately...
From the time? Like as in he was from 93?
I don't know. Maybe it was in
Or,
2032.
time publication.
It'd been frozen since 1923.
You just don't know. You just don't know, Ken. I didn't really
Go.
research this much.
Give me it.
Ultimately, the script's often sharp. Social satire is drowned out, though, by noise and confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
40. That sounds worse than the other guys.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's almost like it's subjective.
Yeah. Oh, this one from Real Views, James Bertinelli.
Is that views with a Z?
Should be.
Real
it's
views.
Real Views.
Okay, it's not.
Oh no, it'll be real double E.
Oh,
Real
yeah.
Views. Is
Oh,
it double E?
Yep,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Well done,
Clever.
Ken.
Yeah,
Well
clever.
done, the
Alright,
wordsmith.
yeah.
He said, yes, the film is worse than Cliffhanger. Stallone's love venture into chaos.
What do you mean worse than fucking Cliffhanger?
What the fuck?
What? No, I get it. I guess
was he there to decide which movie's better?
No. I get what he's saying, that it definitely was worse than Cliffhanger, but that's because Cliffhanger's a fucking classic. That's like saying something else isn't as good as fucking Terminator 2.
Dinotopia isn't as good as Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly right.
I just don't know why that tickles me so much, but I love that as a review. Yes, it's worse than Cliffhanger.
And the last one I got here, believe it or not, there's only 9 reviews I could find on Metacritic.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
No,
It's
some of
pre-internet,
those-
mate.
Yeah.
No wonder it made 58 million. 100 million should have been fucking reviewers.
Well, the newer
Like
movies,
critics.
you got so many different publications now.
Yeah.
But they only take, like, it has to be, a critic review has to be from a publication.
Oh, okay.
So in 93, there wasn't that many people reviewing.
Just real reviews.
Demolition Man.
Newsletters don't count.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'll do it then. Last one I've got from Rolling Stone, Peter Travers.
Oh, yeah?
He said, Demolition Man is sleek and empty, as well as brutal and pointless.
People say that about me.
Yeah.
Except for Sleek.
You're brutal and pointless.
That's actually a pretty good summary.
Yeah.
Brutal and pointless.
That's my new band name.
That's my reviews, man. Okay, so thoughts. Give me some.
Where do I start? Demolition Man. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not a. Really, I thought you were like a Demolition Man fanboy.
I am a fanboy, but I
Yeah.
haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah.
And I'll go into that a bit later. But
Yeah, I watched it a few times back in the day, but I haven't seen it forever. So I was pretty curious how this was going to hold up, I guess, how it was going to age. I thought there was some stuff that aged pretty well, and then there was some stuff that aged quite poorly.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
I got a list.
But what I mostly wanted to discuss, if we've got a couple of hours, why were they frozen?
I knew you were going to bring this up. This is why they were frozen.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like, what
go.
are you asking in context of why they were frozen? For what crimes did they commit?
No.
Why is this a punishment?
Yeah, so why do I... So my punishment is I get to be frozen,
Yeah.
and then I get to start again
Yeah.
70 years into the future.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's
Can
awesome.
I not do a crime and choose that?
I feel often like I was frozen in 1995 and defrosted in 2015. It's quite a punishment.
So, yeah. No, but why? Like, what was the... Why were they... I don't want to do nitpick straight away, but I just didn't... It was the whole premise
Did
of the
you
movie.
Yeah.
But I couldn't understand
Did
why
you
they...
see LA? It was burning. Like, the whole fucking town was burning.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we'll
but why
wake me up when
free-
it's better. That's not a punishment.
That is a punishment because, like, you hear what John who the fuck's
Spartan.
that? John Spartan, yeah. You hear what he says. They're awake the whole time, and it's like a nightmare. Over
No,
and
but they
over
weren't meant to be.
Yeah,
they
that
weren't
was
meant
an
to.
error. Whoops.
That was a malfunction.
But it's rehabilitation. They're giving them like sewing equipment, all that
they
stuff.
taught him
So
how to
they're
sew.
literally brainwashing them. So when they wake up,
Like the Matrix.
yeah,
More like The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
haven't seen it. Wife says it's amazing.
Look, the frozen thing has always
Yeah,
bothered me.
yeah.
I watched this when I was 10 years old, and I was like, why? I remember why are they freezing them? Why aren't they going to jail?
They were writing that
Why isn't
Encino Man wave.
Well, why isn't he getting the death penalty?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
because they needed a reason to show off Sylvester Stallone's gooch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Gooch count was 7.
He won the Oscar that year for Best Gooch.
Best gooch.
No, I don't think anyone
Frozen
can actually
cube.
answer the question why they froze.
There is no
I don't think there's a good answer other than to suit the concept of the film.
Yeah.
And the concept of the film's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Freeze a guy, and then he gets thawed out. Like, freeze a maniac. He gets thawed out. Freeze the cop, the only cop that can catch him. And they're like 2 people stuck in this world they don't understand.
Yeah.
That very cool. I like the concept.
Yeah.
I just hate it. Like, it's so... Just give me a reason, man. Like,
Yeah.
just, someone come up with something. You must have had 10
I
writers
would
work
say
on
they're
this.
sick of the crime. Let's try something new. Oh, this shit's working because we don't have to deal with them. We don't have to bloody.
But you're going to deal with them in 70 years.
We don't have to feed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
just
gas chamber
fro-
does the same thing, though.
Yeah.
You don't have to fucking deal with them either. They cost a lot to keep, too, probably. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
Oh, man.
not cost effective.
No, it's
Oh,
definitely...
What? How much does it cost to get a freezer? Just chuck a fucking cube in a freezer.
And how much are sewing lessons in 90s?
$14.
No, I actually am more on Ken's side here. It does seem like a very pointless punishment.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm on
I get
Ken's
the
side as
whole
well.
I get the whole rehab thing. Oh, we can freeze them and rehabilitate them by sending little fucking things to their brain and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But just why? It's not a punishment.
Yeah. Just
Does it
Clockwork Orange them.
Yeah.
How else would how else would you have done it if like there's no ice cubes? How would you make them come forward?
They're accidentally frozen. Like they,
What are you talking about? Ice
down
cubes?
a mammoth.
like no, an icebreaker. Like they go to Antarctica for a holiday or whatever, and then like I don't know. I'm spitballing.
they
here.
get frozen.
They get frozen accidentally.
Yeah, I don't mind
and
that.
then there's still like the confused thing, and then you've got the whole cat and mouse thing going on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I'm not a writer.
But people like Ken will be like,
I'm glad.
I get it.
That sounded awful. That sounded
Why
worse.
did they go to Antarctica?
Yeah. All right, Canada.
Okay, Canada, eh? Okay. Watch the Nanooks play, eh?
So anyway, that was all the notes I had. So you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Oh,
on
I've
that.
got nothing, man. I've written nothing down. Nothing down.
No, that was that was the main thing.
For me, with this movie, like, it's so nostalgic for me. I remember every single bit of it.
Yeah.
I remember putting it on, and within 5 minutes, I just had a fucking smile on my face. And that first, like, scene, and Simon Phoenix, Jesus
The intro's
Christ.
cool.
I
For a bit of 80s.
love it.
Well, it's not 80s, but it feels a bit 80s. Like the
Yeah.
action scene at the start. That's cool.
Explosions, just the way...
Blew up a real building.
Yeah,
They bought that fucking building, that giant building that they blow up at the start.
True
It
story.
was like
That was one of the things I made a
abandoned
note
fucking-
of. Is it's an era of more like sets than CGI,
practical, like practical.
Yes.
sets. Yeah.
And I quite enjoy that.
Yeah, I
Like a
love it.
fireball
Hey,
It's
on
like
a
blowing
race.
shit up
Hey.
though. I've got a bit of an
Yeah.
issue.
It's cars banging together.
It's
fucking
It's
beautiful.
fucking buildings falling down in slow motion while...
Beautiful.
Back when we valued life and real estate much less. The salad days of the 90s.
Yeah, and also I loved the supporting cast. I thought everyone did their job really well.
Did you feel like it was a little and I know this was like a thing of the time, but did you feel it was the cast, like good cast, but it had like this kind of melodrama to the acting?
They were
like
hamming it
they were
up.
all kind of hamming it up a bit. Like
Yeah.
even Sandra Bullock, who's like a professional. Like she was excellent. Even at that time, like Speed's around now, and she was phenomenal in that.
Speed comes after this, yeah?
Comes after this.
Yeah, but it's around the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So a year later or something.
Yeah.
And just the acting in it, I felt like they were really like like a theatre production.
I rarely say this word, but satire. It is a satire.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes any sense because I don't really
Right.
know what satire means, but they're hamming it up. Even Sylvester Stallone and Simon Phoenix is like this. He's hamming it up big time.
Yeah.
Right.
I just think that's their direction.
So it's meant to be like
I
that.
think
That
that's
was
their
going to be
direction.
my opening question, right?
Yeah.
Was because it was interesting that the review said social satire because I was wondering whether it had become a social satire over time and whether it was more just like overblown without being a so also my thing with satire is generally satire is a little subtle.
Yeah.
There is not one fucking subtle thing
It's
about this.
painfully obvious.
It's more like lampooning than satire. And the word that you said like a theatre production, I actually agree. I said it's a bit like a pantomime.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if at one point Sylvester Stallone was like wandering along and someone was like, "He's behind you,"
Yeah.
I would have been like, "Yeah," but, you know what I mean? It was, and you know, I don't want to go too deep into my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
But that wore thin on me pretty quickly.
Yeah, so that I'm glad you brought it up because the first half of the movie, I felt like the whole thing was this like trying to be clever satire, but it's actually just painfully obvious and a bit dumb.
Yeah. Yes.
And it took so long to get out of that.
Yeah.
It was like, oh shit, all right, cool, we get it now.
Yeah.
The satire bit, and now we're moving on with the film. And then 2 minutes later, it's like, oh, we're doing another satire.
Yeah. The problem was no one told Snipes to move on because he was laying it on the whole time.
Yeah, I loved it.
I
think he had to.
He suited the tone of the film, just like that.
Yeah.
During this,
Well, you think he was above all the others?
I felt like he was in a different movie a little bit.
Really?
I felt like there was times where the director was like, "Cut, Wesley, ramp it up."
Yeah.
And I was like, I would have been like, just take it down a tiny
Wesley,
notch.
do another line.
Yeah.
It felt a little bit like that. It was Joel Silver was on set.
For me, it's a bit different. I was missing the bits Wesley Snipes wasn't on it.
Yeah, right.
Because some motherfuckers are always trying to skate uphill. I was missing him. So, like, it's like, okay, John Spartan, cool.
Yeah.
Like, where's Wesley? What's he up to right now?
Yeah, that's because John Spartan, and what's Sandra Bullock's character's name? Can't remember. But the Stallone and
Loxley.
Bullock bits,
Yeah.
they're like hard to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, after the first couple, it's like, fuck, I get it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I
don't want to get too negative.
No.
But it's just...
Well, you're coming across pretty fucking negative, Kent.
Yeah.
Duff, you'll find one credit.
Well, prepare your body, Duff, because...
Oh, no.
So I was saying before, like the first half of the film is basically this, like, oh, it's Taco Bell, it's the only restaurant there, all that sort of shit.
Fish out of water.
Right. And then once they actually do go to Taco Bell, the movie shifts from there.
Did you get the Taco Bell version?
I got the Pizza Hut.
I got the Pizza Hut version.
I
Pizza
bought it on
Amazon.
I bought it on Apple.
Right.
Yeah, I rented it on Apple.
Amazon does Pizza Hut.
There you go.
Yeah.
So maybe Amazon's Australian.
Because the reason they changed it, because that's the original version, they changed it to Pizza Hut because it's more internationally known. Taco Bell's American.
Makes sense.
Just opened here.
Ironically, no one's ever fucking heard of Pizza Hut anymore.
I wouldn't have got Taco Bell in '93.
No, me neither.
No fucking idea what that is.
Yeah.
So I get why they did that.
Yeah.
But from that kind of scene onwards, and that's actually a pretty cool scene around the table there.
Yeah.
And that's when the underground guys come out on their motorbikes. And
the mole people.
From then it kind of shifts from we're not doing the satire thing anymore. Now we're doing like this late 80s, early 90s action movie thing.
Yeah.
And it just
except for Snipes.
Yeah, except
for
Snipes. He was still doing the other bit. Yeah. So it's like it was two different movies, or they weren't quite sure what they were doing with it. Are we doing social commentary throughout this and trying to say something large here? Or are we making a 1993 sci-fi action film with Wesley Snipes and Stallone?
Yes.
I just felt like it was a bit of a mess in that regard.
I just thought it was what you said, the latter of that comment. Sure, they hammed it up, but they're bloody wrapped in cotton wool. They don't know what they're doing. Sure, they could have skipped a little bit of it.
Yeah,
like
a lot of it.
I strongly feel about that, but I just think it like you have to have this stupid little people that are so naive. It's like, we're the police force. We don't know how to handle this kind of violence, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think they needed that to make how
to justify defrosting and
yeah.
No, I get all that. Yeah. I think it was just the fact that it was what are they trying to do with this?
Yeah.
It just sat with me the whole movie.
All right.
Whereas I wouldn't have thought like that when I was 15 and watching it.
I'm worried, scared for your thoughts at the end. I'm worried.
No. This is where we're just doing bits. Can I just because we're in a bit of a role here with nitpicks or negativity or whatever?
Let's nip the fucking.
Yeah.
picks.
Well, I don't want to because this is what happens, right? And
you change your fucking mind during the pod.
No. So I start watching the movie, and I'm not usually a nitpick guy with action movies because I just let it play.
Yeah.
But if the concept itself is a problem with me, or the tone or whatever, like where, hey, this whole thing doesn't make sense, then I'm going to nitpick it a bit. And I got up to like 12 nitpicks in about the first 15 minutes, and I just stopped. I was like, this is a waste of fucking time. What am I doing? This isn't me, right?
Yeah.
But my main one, which this is where it's conceptually an issue for me, not the why were they frozen thing, that's obviously pretty big. The main one was 30 years passes, right? Was it 32 years?
36 years.
36 years. Yeah. So it was 96 to 2032.
2032, yeah.
Yeah. So, that is 36. My mistake.
You're welcome.
So 36 years passes, right?
Yeah.
A lot has fucking changed in 36 years.
Yeah.
Too much. Way too fucking much, right? The entire, human culture has shifted in the space of 36 years. Wait.
I've got something on that.
Wait.
Carry on.
Now we have these characters that were alive 36 years ago. Not only were they alive, they were fucking 30 years old at the time.
Yeah.
So they were in their, they loosely say it, their prime of their lives in 1996. Like the chief of police.
The guy he recognises.
The other guy he recognises, the chief of police from Ace Ventura 2.
Yeah.
Bob Gunter.
How did they not remember what it was like? So he's like, he's a savage, he's a brute, he's an animal.
Yeah.
And he can't comprehend that Stallone is like this.
Yeah.
You fucking lived it.
Yeah,
you
but
were
it's
his age
36
back
years
then.
in peace. Nothing's been like
Yeah,
this.
but you remember it.
But
So I get, why did they just go 36 years? Why not go 200? It didn't matter.
Yeah, true.
Other than the
That's
fact
a fair
that he
point.
was recognised by a couple of guys. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
So just go fucking 200.
And you can recognise that guy. He was also frozen.
Yeah, but
for a crime.
then all of everything in the movie and all that satirical shit and all the way the police carried on, with all that shit was way more believable for me if it was 200 years
Or if we
ahead.
just saw out the 70 years or got closer to the
70 years could have been, still would have been fine, but why fuck it? Go 500. It didn't matter. But just not 36. That's such a short passage of time in human civilization for things to shift that dramatically.
I don't know. I feel
Okay.
I can relate because like when this movie came out, like my source of knowledge was Encyclopedia Britannica. Actually, whatever the cheap knockoff version was, like of Encyclopedia Britannica, because we didn't spring for the good one.
TV Week.
Yeah, no, it was
the one that was sell door to door.
Yeah. And now we've got the whole internet thing.
Yeah.
And so having even our generation watching that growth, like the curve of technology has been pretty exponential even across that time.
Yeah.
It's
has the human like
nature changed?
Nature, culture, has it shifted that dramatically?
I'll tell you the culture.
A bit.
Yeah,
a bit. But no, you're right. I do agree. I'm not disagreeing with you, actually.
Someone tells a sexist joke, you're a dickhead. Now you're cancelled. Let's do everything. And there's so many people with so many opinions that are easy to reach. And that's in 10 years.
Yeah.
So
no. Oh, yeah. No, I definitely get that. But human behavior.
Yeah, I'm still the bastard.
Yeah, and not just... And
like 30 years ago, there was still people... There was the same crime there is today.
Yeah.
Crime isn't... I mean, there's obviously cybercrime now, but like street crime, whatever you call it, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
So, and nothing like, there's nothing shocking about it. No one's like, oh, there's a robber on the street.
Yeah, I think
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you made the point that I agree with the most is the fact that it is this thing that's relegated to history. Like it's not long enough ago.
That's it.
That people don't actually recall it. Like
that's what I was trying to.
Yeah, I agree with that. You're right. I hadn't thought of that, but you're right. They should have probably
maybe they couldn't afford spaceships.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock's character's the historian for 1996.
Yeah,
that's like if you were the historian for what's 36 years ago from today.
Bunbury.
No, but it's 1998, 1996.
1974 today.
No, it's 1986, sorry.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I don't trust your math after earlier.
Yeah, that's right. 1986.
Yep.
So you're
do you
a historian.
want to do my taxes, Ken?
If you found someone that was like a historian on 1986.
Do you need a window and some lipstick, Ken, to work out this?
Everyone's got something from 86 in the house.
Yeah.
Like most people's homes were built in 86. Yeah. And she's like, it's a real petrol-run car.
The red hot chili peppers.
Yeah. So anyway,
fair point.
So that was the whole concept of the film had those two giant holes in it. Yeah. The fact that why the fuck were they frozen and there's not enough passage of time. If I put that aside, I'm ready to discuss other things.
For me, my nitpick is this only happening in LA because it was so bad?
Yeah.
And the rest of the world is going about
their that's business? A fair point.
Like,
yeah. Do you reckon they built a wall?
Well, this guy's the president of it sounds like it because LA was obviously bad. They talk about a war that happened. I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
And then, but is it only constricted to LA, the East Coast?
Might be.
What's the rest of the world like? Is that still going down the shithole?
They don't get into it.
Yeah. Did they move LA to the East Coast?
Yeah, they just combined all the LAs.
It's the most Los Angeles thing of all time to not mention anything outside of Los Angeles. Like, they wouldn't know, and they wouldn't care.
Yeah.
The world they built on that was very fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like the actual futuristic world.
So San Diego and LA had merged, right?
Yes. Yep. So San Angeles.
They built it in a district park, so it looked bleak and clean and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was very cool.
So that was cool. Like,
and they nailed like a lot of the future shit. So they nailed like the cars and all that sort of stuff.
Please keep your powder dry there because I've got quite the thoughts on that.
Watch your boggle, friend.
They nailed not only did they nail the tech and the urban landscape, like that, what it would actually look like.
Yeah.
But they nailed I just kind of ragged on it, but some of the Duff briefly touched on it with the political correctness.
Yeah.
They kind of like it's a satirical version of where we are now, but it's like that's where we're going compared to 36 years ago.
Can I ask for an ISO play right now? Can you give me the ball and clear the fuck out of the way for a sec?
I'm out.
Weirdly enough, in in a piece of serendipity, a fucking meme came across my feed in the day after Duff announced that we were doing this movie, right?
Yep.
And it said that this movie predicted political correctness, toxic masculinity, and the hysteria around cancel culture and more ... Right?
Yeah.
So I then, of course, without my memory is pretty vague of this because I wouldn't have seen it since the 90s probably. Maybe, I don't know. But I was like, okay, did it? And I was like, to an extent it did. However, obviously this meme is leaning in a particular direction. It's like all these bad things, like Stallone saw them coming. So I ended up watching it, making a list of things that they did actually get correct.
Okay, this is cool.
Right.
Yeah,
and they did to an extent, right? But in my opinion, what they got right was Teslas.
Yeah.
Fucking nailed it, right?
Perfect. Yeah.
Siri.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zoom meetings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. VR porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Social distancing.
Fuck.
Yeah. Right. Arnie's political career.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was
that's right. I forgot.
Sylvester Stallone is a fucking wizard.
Yeah. That was actually a good little in joke.
That's crazy.
And you could say, like, is the next prediction the franchise wars thing, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
Because obviously we're chewing it. They're corporately, they're people.
They've kind of got that right as well.
Yeah.
Well, my money's on Amazon.
I was going
right?
to say not in the food industry yet,
No.
but I think we've touched on it briefly from the pod. Definitely the entertainment industry.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe Ratburger wasn't the winner of the franchise
Yeah.
wars. By the way.
I'd eat one.
Yeah, but like they did absolutely nail some stuff. Like this is not the podcast for us to go too far into political correctness, toxic masculinity, and the hysteria around cancel culture. I think, right?
Don't see why not.
Are you sure you want me to?
Turns pages of notes.
Yeah. But they nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Not even me. I just don't have the energy for it tonight. So yeah, I went into it because it's just weird that it came across the feed. I was like, like Demolition Man. Here's a meme about it. Obviously, it was a little bit of if we had to listen to Demolition Man, maybe we wouldn't be offended.
We should have learned.
Let's
stop freezing fuckers.
But they did actually nail quite a lot in terms of their setup of the future.
They did. They definitely did. And interestingly enough, I don't think it actually paints it as a pleasant picture.
No,
it doesn't.
No.
Yeah, it
No.
depends on how you look at it and who you are.
Yeah,
some people might watch that and go, "They've nailed this.
Yeah,
I want to live in that world." Not my sort of people.
No. One other thing: toilet paper shortage. They definitely
got that
right. But no, so I was thinking it was pretty predictive of the future in that regard.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nailed a lot of things.
Yeah,
with that. Yeah.
Bits and pieces. Yeah. All right. Do you want to go into the cast?
I had a few other things.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Too bad. I'm going into the cast.
Yeah,
this movie stars. Go
Hole up.
Whoa.
So one thing I wanted to discuss was boning, the wild mambo, and the hunker chunker.
Boning, the wild mambo, the hunker chunk. Boning, the wild mambo, the hunker chunk. Boning, the wild mambo, the hunker chunk.
What the fuck is that?
Are these the euphemisms they use for
That's what Stallone referred to in one sentence for sex. He goes, "What? You never heard of it? Boning, the wild mambo, the hunker chunker."
The wild mambo.
Maybe he was saying all that stuff.
The hunker chunker.
Maybe he didn't want to get fined.
But he said he didn't
want to start fucking? You will find 1 credit.
But he just straight up goes boning.
Which
is like, so he's
The
12 years
hunker
old.
chunker.
And then the hunker chunker and the wild mambo.
Yeah, they were never a thing.
That was never dialogue used.
I was 17 when this movie came out, so
you would have known.
Yeah. Boning, yes.
Boning, yeah. Well, that's a timeless classic. I still call it boning.
The hunker chunker.
The hunker chunker just sounds like a fucking caramel-filled chocolate bar.
Sounds like a special burger coming to Hungry Jack's. Enjoy your nice hunker chunker.
I might get one on the way home.
Yeah.
Has that got that new sauce on it?
No, new sauce, yeah.
Cool. I don't want the sauce, thanks. Yeah, no, good point. I've got
so weird.
I've got something I would like to throw out for the room, and I'm aiming this directly at Duff. I'm looking him right in the eyes right now.
Yep.
I can't make eye contact.
We had quite the rant about our friend and film legend Ben Affleck's pants. Wesley Snipes' pants.
Yeah, good on him. They look great.
Right. Okay, so you reckon he was very MC Hammer.
Yeah. It was MC Hammer. Yeah. Look at these people dressed. Like they're all wearing like muumuus and weird stuff. I think that's the only fair pants you could find. Ben Affleck he owned a shop with many pairs of pants.
No, but before he got frozen, in '93, he was wearing those stripy sort of like Janet Jackson's backup dancers. You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, Duff had a real problem with Ben Affleck's pants. He better hold this to the same standard.
Nope,
no, you're a bloody hypocrite.
I do not.
You are a hypocrite.
I do not hold these pants.
Yeah, how dare you?
The pants did not bother me.
Yeah, no, they were okay.
If Ben Affleck dyed his hair and put a torch in his hand, I'd be like, okay, those pants make sense.
No, I was wondering how you felt about the pants because they definitely stood out to me. They were strobing on my screen, which I haven't seen.
The whole movie he wears weird shit. Then he wears the shoulder pads that are made out of tires.
Yeah.
He's just a really eccentric guy.
How was his cast of his crew that he unfreezes?
His ne'er-do-wells?
Yeah. Their clothes as well. It's like full Mad Max attire.
Exactly. I was like, they just borrowed Mad Max's wardrobe.
Yeah.
Like,
the Legion of Doom called. They want their wardrobe back.
Prince of the Revolution called.
Like, we've seen two of them die, yeah? Sandra Bullock kills one, Sylvester Stallone kills one.
Yeah, she gets a taste of blood, doesn't she? But that's another story, yeah.
Where did the other 8 guys go? Do they just go, I'm not
they
coming?
They froze them.
Hey, guess what, Wesley? I'm not coming. I'm just going to hang out here.
Having a good time.
Like, where'd they go? Jesse Ventura killed...
well, they're doing the hunka-chunka.
They're doing the hunka-chunka with each other.
They're boning. Yeah, no, fair point.
Yeah, they're doing the mad mumbo.
The wardrobe was a little... It stood out,
93. I'm going to forgive it.
So it's set in what year did we say it's set in?
2032.
So we've got this to look forward to.
Yeah.
Right.
Those pants are coming back.
Right. So if I start wearing that shit now, am I ahead of the curve or am I just a dickhead in a weird vest?
Well, I'm just going to wear fancy man like briefs. That's my thing. I'm just going to
fancy man briefs.
I think if you go to certain...
they got a bow tie on.
I'll put the Como on, motherfuckers. I don't care about the Como. I'll put the shit on. I'll go home right now and put a sheet on and go get a hunka-chunka from Hunka.
Hey, I'm pro Moo. I am fucking pro Moo.
Moo's great.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm a low maintenance kind of fella.
Fuck, I hated that guy though.
Man.
The dude with the blonde streak. I was like, whoever this guy is, he plays this person in every movie. And I was looking him up to try and find out. And
glad you did, because I didn't.
The only one I could find was... What's the movie where the chimp checks into the hotel? What's that?
Dunstan checks in. A classic.
Great film.
Yep. Yeah, so I was like, I think it might have just been this particular role stuck with me so much, but I felt like he was the same guy with the same hair in like 5 different movies.
Yeah.
But I went through his IMDb and I'm like, Dunstan checks in is the only thing I can remember him being so over the top in.
Yeah, I can't remember him in anything else.
No.
Now that you've said Dunstan checks in,
I remember him.
Yeah.
He plays a monkey, yeah?
No, Jared Leto does.
Oh, yes.
Bringing it back around.
Daniel Day-Lewis plays the child.
Yeah. So there was some...
obviously, there's a lot of bits that weren't great about it.
Yeah. What was good? What did you like? Yeah.
For me, I just got past it all. I took it all in. And like I said, I had a smile on my face because I hadn't seen it in a while. And as soon as I seen it, I remembered it and went, I'm in for a wild ride.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed myself for a lot of it. Give me your pros.
My pros?
Yeah, like what was good about it? Obviously, Wesley was fun.
I think
if you're at peace with what he was doing, then he was fun. The scenes he was in, it was like, it was a bit of fun.
The start of the movie was a proper action movie, like a 1996 action movie. Yep. Loved it. Sylvester Stallone freezing, good
that
shots.
Actual scene.
Love it. Yeah. I thought it was
sculpted buttocks
for its time.
Great bod.
Good footy body.
Very high pecs.
And then I also enjoyed little bits and pieces of like the captain from Lethal Weapon playing the captain in Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the police station. I just like that ham. I love it's a bit of cheese, and I was
You're okay with
waiting
ham
for
and cheese.
And then so that's
the
start of the movie.
What's going on?
And then once it hits that point where it's like after the museum or at the museum, for me it was just on a high note from there on.
Right.
Like the ham was toned down a bit with the other actors because they took them away from the scenes.
Yeah.
And it was all about Spartan, Sandra, and Wesley.
That was more... There was after that. There was still a lot of shit between...
I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I was asleep.
I really enjoyed the philosophy of it sometimes with the underground guys. What are we calling them?
Mole people.
What were they called? The mole people. Yeah. I really liked that whole thing.
Yeah.
And when I was watching it, I was like, fuck, I'd be in there.
Yeah, I'm 100%
I'd be down
there.
them. I'd be drinking beers, eating rat burgers. Fuck these guys up there.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you, man.
Yeah.
I'm upstairs wearing a Momo.
Yeah. I really liked that.
Momo is a different one.
I liked Dennis Leary's whole bit in it. I thought that was cool. Yeah,
I have.
He was just doing his stand-up routine basically for that kind of when he gets his monologue.
He just sang a
verse
from Arsehole. Yeah,
it was written into his contract for sure. I get to do this though.
Yes. I've got a little bit on that.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. Mm. I liked it. I said before I really liked it from and it makes me sound even dumber than I am, but I liked it when it just became an action film.
Yeah.
So by the Taco Bell, the Pizza Hut for you Europeans, from that scene onwards, when it's just all the other shit's out the way. Cool. Yeah. All right, let's just have a fucking action movie and have a bit of fun here, like you would in 1993. I liked the back half of it.
I also like the subplot of Wesley Snipes has been brainwashed, so he's got all these extra skills.
Yeah, that was cool.
To kill that.
That was very
Edgar.
Matrix.
Yeah, that was good because I'd forgotten that aspect.
Yeah.
So when that twigged, that was one of the better parts of the writing.
Yeah,
I agree.
So a really good subplot to explain why it was unfrozen, why he said, "Teddy bear."
Yeah, I forgot about all that as well. Yeah. So when he was doing his shit when he first comes out, he's on that computer. I'm like,
Jesus Christ, I'm possessed.
And I was like, here's another nitpick.
Yeah.
Why has he know how to do all this shit?
Yeah.
And then it comes out, and then also the fact that he's there to murder someone and yada yada.
So that scene where he's at the booth, with the ego boost booth, what was that? Where it's I want one of them, by the way. I could really use that.
Have a joyful
Some
day.
fucking positive reinforcement. I just don't get enough of it.
You hang out with me more.
Yeah, right.
I want one like Chopper Reed. You go up to it. And
You're
it goes,
the reason I need it.
I just called Duff a dumb arsehole for 8 minutes before we started recording. Hang out with me more.
Big dumb arsehole, I believe.
Yeah, big dumb arsehole. Yeah.
So I thought that was cool, and then that Snipes for the role, that was the right level for me. Like he was a level above everyone else in the scene, but he wasn't a level above the movie.
Yeah,
and there was times where I just felt like he was flying off the screen in a different role.
Really
it was
going for it.
Good
So
for him.
more Blade.
Had he done? More
What?
Blade.
More
Snipes,
Blade
yeah.
Snipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Had he-
yeah,
it was.
you can't put Blade Snipes.
I'm trying to think back to the day because Snipes was in like 4 movies a year at that point.
I've got his run. I've got his run.
Well, we'll do that in the cast.
I want to do it now.
Was he doing that kind of real crazy over the top shit around that, or was this an outlier for him?
No, this is just a weird. He was told to ham it up.
Yeah. Definitely. I just can't.
That's what I'm saying. I reckon the
give him
director was
coke,
like,
you know.
"Cut, we need more."
Yeah.
And he was like, "I can't give any more." And he's like, "Joel, bring in some more fucking Charlie."
Do white man can't jump, but you're a crazy psychopath, and also ham it up heaps. That's what he was told.
Yeah,
and that's what he's done.
Yeah.
Bring your singlets from White Men Can't Jump.
You can borrow MC Hammer's pants. Fucking hell.
He was an eccentric man. The pants make sense.
There was some. It's weird. There was a weird juxtaposition between some of the holes in the plot that you're talking about and some super clunky writing. And I just don't know whether I watched this when I was 17, and I'm very, very far from 17 these days. So I'm a cynical old prick these days.
Yeah.
But there was some good little bits in it as well. It felt like there was 2 script writers, and one did some of the better bits. Like, I don't know.
Definitely agree with you there.
Yeah, there was like one of my favourite little tiny scenes was when he rescues the girl and the reporter's like, "Why did you blow up the thing? Killed all those people?" And the kid goes, "Fuck you, lady." That was like my favourite part of the whole movie. And it was like more of that sort of level.
How can you justify destroying a $7 million mini mall to rescue a girl whose ransom was only $25,000?
Fuck you, lady.
Good answer.
There was, and apologies if I step on your research here.
Probably gonna.
But there was multiple script writers. As a matter of fact, there was like 15. And it got passed around and passed around and passed around and passed around. Yeah,
there's your pastiche right there.
It just went from. I just went from one. It went from one person to the next. This script, and then it finally landed with Joel Silver, who said, "No, I'm going to get this guy to clean it all up." But I assume when you rewrite a script, you probably leave a lot in there. I don't know whether you're rewriting every single piece of dialogue or every scene.
Yeah.
Maybe, that's fine. I'll just fix that bit up and fix this bit up.
Fair point.
So maybe that's why it felt like that, because
it was based on a Russian book as well.
Yeah.
So
when has ever, like, you have dug a little deeper into a movie and they've said there was multiple scriptwriters involved and you've gone, well, it really worked.
Yeah,
it's a desperate. It's a Hail Mary, right? To keep bringing in script doctors and then
Absolutely.
more than once.
Yeah. And more often than not, when a movie bombs, to your point, when a movie bombs, after the fact you hear that, well, the script was a mess and they had to get J.J. Abrams in to clean it up or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that makes sense.
Kurt Russell directed it. Yep.
Yeah.
I love Kurt.
Easy.
No, that's kudos. I'm giving him kudos.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I misunderstood.
All right, let's get into the cast. So we're going to start with Sylvester Stallone, John Spartan.
Yes.
Good name too. Good character names.
Yeah.
So how many credits do you think he's had?
400.
Producing, writing, all that. Probably.
No,
100.
I don't. I only do acting.
Yeah.
Just acting?
Acting only.
80?
Can you stop looking at my notes, man?
I'm fucking not. How many's you got?
Ken's a bloody savant.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
83.
good with that shit.
80 goddamn 3.
Yeah.
If
I've
I
seen 82 of them.
Yeah, I've seen
What's the one you missed?
Stop on my mum shoot. Why do I think of that?
When I was young, I watched that movie and loved it.
Just that gives me the perfect segue to say my favourite Sylvester Stallone fact, which I've had like in my pocket for 20 years. You know, his mum considers herself a clairvoyant, and she reads your butthole.
Really?
Yeah, and back in the day, you used to be able to fax her
a picture of your butthole.
of your sphincter, and she'd be like,
No one ever
talk about political correctness. You can't get away with that these days.
No one ever got a good reading.
Yeah. Carry on.
You send it. It's,
what did you go into the dark web for that?
I'm sorry, sir. You're sick. That's what she just sent back to everyone.
Been eating corn?
Anyway, moving on from buttholes.
Yeah, please. His career is 48, which is not bad.
Yeah, that's for an action star.
He's going to have
for
some
83 credits. 48 is pretty good
for an action star.
Yeah. So this one was 93. He went on a pretty good run, I think here. So Cliffhanger, Demolition Man, The Specialist, very underrated.
Is that the Sharon Stone one?
Yeah. Judge Dredd. Assassins with Antonio Banderas.
Great film. Yeah. I like the new Judge Dredd better than the old one, just for the record.
The Dredd?
I like the new one. Yeah.
I love Dredd.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
And Copland. So that was a pretty good run for
That is a good run. Fuck, I thought Copland.
I
didn't realise it was that old.
And also,
Ray Liotta.
Considering the box office, I think Cliffhanger would have taken some of the I've seen side this year. What else have I got? Because Cliffhanger was released 6 months before Demolition Man.
Right.
So Demolition Man, Cliffhanger was a summer movie, Demolition Man's Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
So
maybe it's a Christmas movie like Predator then.
Yeah. Any time.
Cliffhanger would have been massive, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what brought him back from the dead a little bit, wasn't it? Yeah. He had a nasty little period for a few years there.
Fun story.
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s. I think he had some horrors.
When Cliffhanger came out, the Rooks formed.
The Michael Rook fan club.
Yeah, right.
Just me at that time.
Yep.
Still is just me.
Is the Rook in Cliffhanger?
Yeah, man.
I don't remember.
He's a disgruntled friend.
I remember Lithgow in it, but that's it. Yeah.
Lithgow.
He's the bad guy, yeah.
He's the one who gets to see his wife drop.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing is, Cliffhanger was a relatively unique concept, I guess.
Yeah.
For an action film. You wouldn't have thought, some people climbing a mountain, whatever.
Yeah,
because originally I wanted to do Cliffhanger. Doesn't meet 50.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's over 50. I think it's 57, which makes me really sad.
That's a real kick in the dick when that happens. I've got to add a couple that are 51,
you think of a good one and you're like, this
is
no way this is over 50, and then, what?
And then we got, so what do you think his best movie is? Not you guys. What do you think the critics like?
Rocky. Didn't he win?
Yeah, it'd be one of the Rockies.
Win an Oscar for Rocky?
It's on the right path.
Creed?
There we go.
First one,
Yeah, 82. That's his highest.
Okay.
Yeah.
As an actor, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
Really good movie.
Because he didn't win an Oscar for acting.
He
Rocky,
was
obviously.
nominated for Best Supporting in Creed 1.
Right, was he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
That's a legit film.
Sorry, I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah, we're often wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't love it.
Speak for yourself.
What, really?
Yeah, just
First
like
Creed.
Yeah.
The motorbike,
right up your alley.
The motorbike scene and shit.
Yeah, the motorbike scene. It was doing tricks on their dirt bikes. Yeah.
How could I have loved that and you didn't?
I don't know why I don't. It's not for me.
You are an enigma, Duff. You're an
I've
enigma.
seen it once and I was like,
Watch it again.
I'll watch Creed way before I rewatch any of the Rockies.
Rocky 3?
Yeah, I'll watch Creed.
Yeah, I'll watch
every time.
But I must break it.
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies.
His worst movie is it's called Reach Me. Sounds like a little.
It's called Breach Me.
Reach.
Oh, okay, right.
Breach me. Then read my asshole and see what my future holds.
It's his mum's biography.
I wrote that in the facts to his mum.
So that's probably the movie you haven't seen of the 82 of his.
Reach Me. That's the one.
That sounds emotional.
I'll put it on my list to go home and watch.
You just fake typed.
Hoping you wouldn't notice.
All right, let's get on to a guy I kind of know, not really well, neither here nor there. Wesley Snipes.
Heard of him.
How many credits, fellas?
Sorry, I was just hoping we'd get a chance to talk about the Rambo movies, but that's okay. We'll move on to Wesley.
We can't talk too much about the Rambo movies.
We'll do Sly again at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, because
we'll talk about the Rambo movies then.
Can we talk about Wesley now?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, cool.
Just love the Rambo movies.
So how many credits do you think Wesley's got? Bear in mind, he's releasing a few piees of shit recently.
Bearing in mind he was in prison for a while as well, so
there's a blackout period.
He was frozen, falsely accused.
Which would have been good if he got when he got done for tax fraud or whatever. If he got frozen instead,
right next to Ja Rule.
Yeah. You don't want to sit next to Ja Rule in a prison.
Yeah, it's not fraud. 135 credits.
Oh, fuck, you going that high? I reckon pretty similar to Sly, maybe 70 odd.
Oh, you give me the shits, Kenny. Did you?
How many is it?
It's 69.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
I'm good at this game, man. Yeah, I know my film stuff.
Next week, I'm going to sit over there.
Dude, sit
guarantee.
Wherever you want.
140.
I'll be blindfolded if you want.
All of a sudden, he's wearing reading glasses and binoculars on the other end of the table.
This is my game, man.
No,
my world.
Well, you finally found your talent.
Yeah.
His top score is 78. What movie do you think it is? 78. That's not a huge score.
Wesley Snipes.
Ooh, what's he done that's a critical? Because
dive deep, you'll find it.
Give me a clue. Is it old or new?
It's old, man. It's
really old? Okay.
It's before White Man Can't Jump.
Oh, I was going to say White Man Can't Jump.
I was thinking maybe U.S. Marshals or something like that.
Money Train.
No.
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
Jungle Fever.
No, I don't know.
Right. Spike Lee.
Spike Lee. Of course, it's going to be critically acclaimed.
Yeah. You seen it?
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm a Spike Lee guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time, but I like a Spike Lee joint.
Racially themed, I assume?
Yeah.
Yep.
Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Spike Lee.
I was being facetious.
His worst movie, which I've actually seen, is Armed Response.
Right.
It's
a newer one.
WWE movie
Yeah, I
starring
had a look at
Seth
that.
Rollins and Anne Heche.
But
Anne Heche is still going.
This is how bad. This is how fucking dumb my movie choices are. I got it recommended to me by my TV. It's like, fuck. Is this where I am?
Just giving you a slap.
Is this where I am?
Yeah. Wow.
Fucking Google's telling me to watch Armed Response. Made with 30 grand with a.
And you're like, you know me so well. Play.
It was a terrible movie, but
yeah.
I think he did well. He was the only redeeming fact in that
Hey,
movie.
speaking of doing well, have you watched the new Kevin Hart show on Netflix?
Yeah, man.
Wesley Snipes in it, plays Kevin Hart's older brother.
No.
Fuck, he's so good in it.
Yeah.
Right. It's really good.
So one
It's
of my
not a bad little
questions
show.
was, are we sure that Wesley Snipes is a good actor?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, he
Okay.
is. Yeah, he definitely is.
He's a phenomenal action hero, and one of the things that I really liked in this, he is a great fighter.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's a martial artist.
Man.
I've got some bits.
He's got a
in,
few.
Dude, tell me, Duff. I've set you up. Go for it.
Do you want to do the bits now? This is one of the bits. So Wesley Snipes is an exceptional martial artist.
Yeah, you can
At
tell.
one point, he was ranked 4th in the world.
Is it Taekwondo?
Right.
Or is it some sort of Japanese...
No, it's a real martial art.
It's
Yeah.
just
No, he's actually a...
yeah, he's actually
Sorry,
he's got black
just
belts
throwing
and
shade
shop-
on Taekwondo.
Yeah, can you stop?
So in this movie, I'm not sure. I just know he's number 4 in something.
Yeah.
Being my best friend, hopefully.
I think it's Taekwondo. I could be wrong.
It's why he did so well in prison.
And in this movie, he's doing his thing. He's
Oh, isn't
kicking,
he
he's
ever?
punching, he's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
Director says, "Cunt, I need you to slow your kicks down and your punches because your legs and your arms are just coming up as blows."
Right.
So that's why when you see him doing his kicks, they look a bit clunky because he's deliberately slowing them down. So
Right.
the fight scenes aren't going to look as realistic
Yeah.
because he's not fighting the way
He wants to
Because
fight.
when there was
Surely
hand-to-hand-
he was... Sorry, you go.
I was going to say, when he was in hand-to-hand combat with Sly, I was like, he's going to whoop his ass. Like,
Yeah.
The old man doesn't stand a chance here.
But surely at that time in 93, he was in other movies doing fast kung fu.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
He
Passenger
was.
57.
Yeah, Passenger 57.
let's go into the.
So how come those cameras can keep up with his legs?
It's
I
weird.
smell a fucking lie here.
Debut director. He had no idea.
Yeah.
This is Wesley from.
Turn the frame rate up.
It's a debut director. He's just filming on his phone, a Nokia. 1992. This is where Wesley just went. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I think they like me. White Man Can't Jump came
Good.
out.
Yeah, great.
Just huge for him.
Yeah.
He
Acts
shone.
in that. Yeah, fuck
He
you
does.
for asking
Yeah,
him.
he's
Both.
great.
He's a
Yeah,
he doesn't.
thank you, man.
He's okay. In
I
that.
love him.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
Put him next
I'm
to
not a
Ro-
Wesley guy like you are, but I'm
Yeah.
a Wesley guy.
Well, we always went to the movies and watched Wesley Snipes, didn't we, mate?
We did.
Put him next to Rosie Perez. He looks like Daniel Day-Lewis. That's what I'm saying. He's also he's not a very convincing basketball player, but it's a great movie.
Yep.
Just your boggle. What is your boggle?
What's my boggle?
It's a reference from the movie.
So we did White Man Can't Jump, and here's one of my favourite movies. It's in my top 50. It's probably not in many people's top 50. Passenger 57.
Yeah.
Always been on black.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was a good flick.
Charles Rain is not insane.
Remember you woke up to a text from me about 3 months ago with just that because I'd watched Passenger 57 at about 2 a.m.
And a movie no one's watched with Sean Connery, Rising Sun. If you can find it, I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
But if you can find it, give it a go.
That's good.
It's a
I
really
remember
good
it.
one.
Yeah.
Is it in the attic,
It's
Ken?
in the same DVD. Yeah, I'd have it on
If anyone
DVD.
wants to borrow it, send Ken an email.
If you find it,
I'd
I'd
have
to
it.
borrow it.
I'll definitely
I
have
can't
it.
find it anyway.
I definitely got it.
And
I
then,
remember the cover and everything, so I'd have it.
Demolition Man, of course. And then after this, he made Drop Zone.
Yeah,
What's not to love?
Love Drop Zone.
What? Excuse me?
No, it was funny. It was good. It's such a good concept.
It's a wicked movie.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
such a
it.
good concept.
You put Gary
Who's the
Busey.
female lead in that? It wasn't Mila Djokovic.
No.
No, she's too young.
She's not well known.
Isn't she?
No.
Okay.
Who else was in it? It was
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey, yeah.
and just
was it John Cusack or something?
No.
Someone else.
It was just random actors you've seen their faces, like the bald guy you've
Drop
seen his
Zone.
face.
What a movie.
Yeah, Gary Busey was just chewing up the scenery, I guarantee it. Yeah.
So all those movies I mentioned there, they're the ones the nostalgia feel. There's a lot there for me.
Yeah.
Like Rising Sun's huge.
All in the same.
If anyone
lane.
knows where I can find it,
I'll find it.
Ken's Attic.
I told you, I'll get it. I'll dig it up.
Okay, fine.
It's a little hot to go up there at the moment, but wait for the cooler months.
Yeah, the dead bodies stink, I guess. Let's go into everyone's favourite neighbour. I wish she was my neighbour, Sandra Bullock. Oh wow, boys, good together.
Yeah. No, I'm huge on Sandra.
Huge
I'm a
on
Sandra guy. Yeah,
one of my favourite movies is Bird Box.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, credits for her.
Yeah,
she's done 57.
Yeah.
So that seems...
She's
I would have said 60-ish.
Yeah.
How has she not aged from then to now?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
She's great.
Was she ever in prison?
I actually found she was frozen for a period of time.
Also...
I actually found... Sorry, you go. It's your
I just got to bring it back to Wesley Snipes because I'm really happy with this one. His Metacritic score is 51.
Really?
So
shit.
Yes, he can
that surprises me.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so... Fast forward to Sandra Bullock.
Needle scratch.
From 57 credits, she is 49. She's won an Oscar.
She's lower than fucking Wesley Snipes.
She's won an
This
Oscar.
would be her lowest film, surely.
What?
Is this not her lowest
Oh,
movie?
no.
Some rom-coms. She's been in some shitty rom-coms.
If you say a fucking word about The Proposal, I'm going to jump
God.
over this
No,
table and
Ken,
get
is
a
that
fist
Ryan
fight
Reynolds?
with you. It is Ryan Reynolds.
That's 75, and that's a fucking great movie.
I
That is
hated
a great
that movie. I just fucking hated that movie so
I
much.
get it. But you don't like rom-coms at all.
Oh, look, it's not as bad as the one with Emily Blunt goes to Ireland or whatever. That was
I'm
my least favourite rom-com of all time.
I'm a rom-com guy.
Yeah,
Oh, look, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm a
opposed to
rom-com
it.
guy. You
Love
put a bit of wine in me, Ben, and I'm all about it. So
I'll preach you watching a rom-com.
maybe you can tell me the future through my asshole. So her best movie, we talked about it last week or the week before.
Blindside.
With Dust to Dawn, it's Gravity in 96.
Of course, that's right.
Oh,
Gravity,
yeah.
yeah.
Gotta just bring.
She'd have some big scoring movies, actually. Blindside.
Do you think Gravity is a 96 movie?
As in rating 96.
Yeah.
No, fuck
No.
Really good.
No, it's good.
But
Yeah.
it's not 90. It's
I'd
a
give it a 75.
Yeah, it's a 75.
So this is the critics that gave it such a high score into the technicalities of how movies are made, right?
yeah, that's what it's got to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
Because
They're
it
not
was
just us who has no fucking idea how the sausage is made. We just like a sausage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, her worst movie. This is what I was referring to.
Yeah, go on.
I've seen it. I can confirm. Liked it a little bit.
What is it?
It's a movie called All About Steve.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Bradley Cooper,
Yeah.
Thomas Hayden Church, and Sandra Bullock.
It's also incredibly insensitive to mental illness, right?
I can't remember it that much, but yeah.
that has not aged
a mess?
well.
Yeah, okay.
that should be cancelled.
I don't recall it.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
seen it.
really
that
bad.
score is a 17.
Yeah,
Oof.
it's fucking terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What era is that? 2000s? Early 2000s?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah,
So Brad Cooper just starting out.
yeah.
So after Demolition Man, she was cast in a bus movie. I think it's called Fast.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Fast.
Pop quiz, hot shot. What's that movie called?
So yeah, she was in Speed.
Sorry,
after
this is your lane. I keep treading on your. I'm sorry.
No, go fine.
can't
It's
help
fine,
myself.
man.
Yep.
I thought it was called Fast. It's my mistake. After this,
What a movie. Jason Patrick.
Can I just quickly say that? Can I quickly say that Speed's one of my all-time favorite action films?
you can I will happily high five you and say that's fine.
I've watched that within the last 12 months, and it holds up.
I've always watched it within the last 12 months.
It's good.
Anytime you ask me, I've watched it within the last 12 months.
Yeah.
It's really good. It does hold up
Yeah,
well
it's
for
really
a
good movie.
94 movie.
Yeah, fuck me. Oh, darn. That's what I remember. I love it. I believe you have some notes on this man, Benjamin. Dennis Leary?
Oh, I don't have notes as such, just thoughts. I just like Dennis Leary, and I love a Dennis Leary rant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they just let him cook. Like, he's got, and what he actually says as well. It's not just the way he delivers it, because he's made a whole career out of that shit, right?
Yeah.
He's done a verse of arsehole, but different.
Yeah.
I guess you weren't part of the Cocteau plan.
Greed, deception, abuse of power, that's no plan.
That's why everybody's down here?
You got that right. See, according to Cocteau's plan, I'm the enemy. Because I like to think. I like to read. I'm into freedom of speech and freedom of choice. I'm the kind of guy who likes to sit in a greasy spoon and wonder, gee, should I have the T-bone steak or the jumbo rack of barbecue ribs with the side order of gravy fries? I want high cholesterol. I want to eat bacon and butter and buckets of cheese, okay? I want to smoke a Cuban cigar the size of Cincinnati in the non-smoking section. I want to run through the streets naked with green jello all over my body reading Playboy magazine. Why? Because I suddenly might feel the need to, okay, pal? I've seen the future. You know what it is? It's a 47-year-old virgin sitting around in his beige pajamas drinking a banana broccoli shake singing, I'm an Oscar Mayer wiener. You live up top, you live Cocteau's way. What he wants, when he wants, how he wants. Your other choice? Come down here, maybe starve to death.
Yeah.
Arsehole's still in my morning playlist, so I'm cool
We
with that.
sing it at work quite often, actually.
Yeah, and I don't know that he would be particularly critical darling, but he's had a much better career than I think anybody saw coming.
Yeah.
Like as a stand-up comedian, I knew him initially as a stand-up comedian. Arsehole's a bit of a joke song, and then he's sort of gone on to be in some pretty well-regarded stuff, right?
You know what I knew him from? Judgment Night.
Yes.
When he's a bad guy in Judgment Night.
Please don't say too much about Judgment Night, just saying.
Oh, well.
Also, all I'm going to say is just the soundtracks.
I'm a college graduate.
So good. The Ref.
So with Dennis Leary, as soon as he was hired, here comes another scriptwriter to come in and redo
Named Dennis Leary,
I was going to say the other scriptwriter was Dennis Leary.
They redo it so he can do a rant.
Yes.
He probably writes it down and then
They handed him his script and it was just a blank page. There's your script.
You do you.
Said
you do
cook, mate.
So also interesting in this, I mentioned the captain from Lethal Weapon. Also, Jack Black.
I noticed him standing next to Dennis Leary.
Jack Black is in this movie.
I missed him
standing
completely.
next to Dennis Leary
Yeah.
like the whole time in the underground when Dennis Leary's delivering his thing.
Credited.
Doesn't have a line.
Right.
But he's an extra,
He's got a
basically.
credit, yeah.
There is a lot of people who are pre-fame in this, right?
Yeah.
Rob Schneider?
Oh, that's right.
Going into Rob
he's in-
Schneider now, uncredited. He had a
What?
huge part in this,
Yeah.
He's uncredited.
He's speaking lines and
Yeah.
No wonder he had to become a gigolo later on.
Yeah.
And also pre-nose job Benjamin
films.
Bratt.
I love Benjamin.
Did anyone else
He's
notice his
horrible in this
nose?
movie, though, isn't he? Isn't he terrible in this
I
movie?
actually looked
I don't know
up-
if it's his character. But
Yeah,
No,
it
he's
is.
bad,
Yeah.
and he's not a great actor.
Yeah, he never
But
was.
I Googled imaged it because I was like, that guy had his nose done, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he spent his paycheck on.
Okay.
He got a deviated septum fixed, I reckon.
So there's a lot of other little characters in this. Jesse Ventura didn't get much to do. Freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, with a shaved head, he looks like Bill Goldberg. I was like, oh my God, it's Bill Goldberg.
Yeah,
in
he
this
does,
movie.
yeah.
And then it wasn't. It was just Jesse Ventura, which I'm happy with, but where the fuck did he go?
Yeah.
He just disappears.
Bit of a wasted resource there.
Yeah, massively. I don't even think he talked. Maybe he did when they were around the table. That's about it.
Yeah, I can't really remember him saying.
So the director, as we discussed, is a debut movie.
Yep.
Marco Brambella. I apologize if I'm definitely saying that wrong. So
Close-
he did
close
this.
enough.
Yeah, he's got a weird trajectory. I didn't look too far into him because his movies bother me.
Yeah.
So he did Demolition Man. Cool. Then he did Excess Baggage after this with Alicia Silverstone and Benicio del Toro.
Don't
He
remember it.
kidnaps her. It's
Right.
not
I would
a
have
good
seen
movie.
it back in the day, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
And then
I
boom,
like him too. I'm a Del Toro guy.
I'm
Yeah.
a Del Toro.
Oh, everyone is.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
Then he stops. He stops doing Hollywood.
He was in prison.
He just does short movies, and every year he releases a short movie, even up to 2021. He
Wait, is this Benicio del Toro or the director?
This is Marco.
Right.
So Marco obviously hates a Hollywood life. I don't know. He just
So he
does,
only did the two
It's
movies.
not for everybody,
He
mate.
just does little shorts now. So
Are they good?
I don't know. I'm fucking saying them. Sure.
What's your short movies?
Because I'm time poor, and if they're good, I'll give it a crack. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they're good or not. I didn't look too far into it.
Okay.
It's got really sad that it doesn't make Demolition 2 or something.
I'm not bothered.
The writer for this one, the main writer, brought us movies such as R.I.P.D.
Oh, right.
It is one of the worst movies.
It's terrible.
I just can't stomach it. And I went, I should stomach it because it's got two of my favourite people in
Yeah,
it.
it's got Ryan Reynolds in it.
Jeff
Yeah.
Bridges, yeah.
Jeff Bridges.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And then I was like, oh, I should love this movie, but it's terrible.
I've tried it twice. Can't get past about 20 minutes.
So, I'm really angry at this guy, and I look back further. This guy wrote The Crow.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't rain all the time, I guess.
Yeah. Some people just want to watch the world burn. So, you've mentioned two of the best soundtrack movies of all time.
The Crow.
So, fuck, the 90s was really good for soundtracks.
If you like that kind of music.
Okay.
Judgment Night's, yeah, I get that. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
The Crow, I need to rewatch The Crow. I haven't seen it.
It was
Oh,
really
do
good.
it.
Yeah.
Do yourself
Yeah.
a favour.
No, it's
Well,
actually really good.
I only watch it in winter.
It holds up.
It does.
Holds up
It really
just
does.
fine.
Yeah,
I watch it in winter, look out the window and go, can't rain all
That's
the
Alex
time.
Prius. How do you pronounce his name? The director?
Oh,
yeah. We thought he was going to be huge. He's someone who disappeared from Hollywood as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
sad.
that's what happens when you kill Bruce Lee's son.
Yeah, it's very sad. Like.
Whoa. Yeah, fair. Yeah.
I loved Brandon Lee, like Showdown Little Tokyo.
He was going to be huge.
Laser Force.
Yeah.
He dies and we get fucking Mark DeCakos. Thanks. So, that's a cast done. What I want to ask you guys.
Yes.
They remake the movie right now.
Yes.
I want you to give me your top 3 pairings.
It's my favourite game to play.
So we're not doing Sandra
Mine's
because no
Boggle.
one can play Sandra.
Yep.
We're not doing Dennis Leary because this role was written for Dennis Leary.
Yes.
But you can if you want, if it goes on that.
I just got one name I wanted to throw out for Dennis Leary.
Cool.
Jim Jeffries.
So who wants to go first?
Not bad. Well, it's a round table. Let's just go around. What do you got?
I did struggle with this because I was like, the people that I would like to see as actors might not be able to pull off the action.
Yep.
So if we go more serious,
yeah,
or do we still stay hammy? Like I was a little bit.
That's. I've changed mine up.
There. Yep.
I've changed mine up to suit the actors and suit the kind of movie I would like to see. Them do as well. So.
Okay. I would like to take your lead. Why not you go, mate?
Do you want me to go?
Go, yeah. Fucking
okay. Yeah. So if we're doing a like for like,
mm-hmm.
they make the exact same movie.
Yeah.
I'm doing as John Spartan. I'm doing Batista.
Yeah.
Bulky, big dude.
Considered him, yep.
And for the bad guy, because I loved his term in Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
Okay.
So I'm doing him, and just and that movie's not going to be less hammy. It's going to be action, more based on the action.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So that's my
I'm
first
not mad.
thing.
I'm not mad.
Yeah, I can see that working.
Yeah.
And this one, I did it because I like change. So I'm gonna bring up The Rock because I love The Rock.
I knew
but
it.
wait, John Spartan.
Are we just doing the Predator recasting again?
John Spartan is played by John David Washington.
Yeah,
which is the guy from Tenet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very different movie.
Yeah.
This is a very different movie.
Yeah.
And I want Dwayne Johnson to do the Simon Phoenix thing only because he's a Hollywood sweetheart. Mix it up. Let's go bad, psychotic. He's been a bad guy twice in Doom and The Mummy 2, where it's just all CGI.
Yeah.
So let The Rock go.
Oh, when he was the Scorpion King.
Are
we referencing that movie?
Yeah, I am.
Fuck.
So
Wild.
let's see him as a bad guy, motherfucker.
I don't mind that idea at all.
Go nuts.
Yeah.
Let's take this role and just be bad.
Yeah,
I think that's if you want the hammy version, then The Rock's not bad.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So you do that,
Yeah.
and then you equal it down with John David Washington.
Yep.
And all of a sudden...
I'd never
My
thought
problem
about
with that is you've got the opposite ends of the scale.
Perfect.
John David Washington is as in like, that's two different movies almost.
Yeah. But I'm doing a certain... The first one was like for like. This one is a bit more serious.
Yeah, but do they
No, but
mesh?
then you've got The Rock.
Do they mesh?
It's two different... You're making two different movies there.
Okay, I apologise.
So that's
moving on.
So that's wrong. Next.
What is your boggle, man? This is just my opinion. My opinion matters, to shut the fuck up.
I was asking. It doesn't work.
It does work.
Okay.
It does work if The Rock is serious and psychotic and plays the role serious.
Okay. So if The Rock's doing it serious and not hammy, then it's fine.
Because I want to see that.
Yeah,
So it's
no,
walking
that's fine.
tall.
I want to see The Rock
Yeah, okay, that works.
as
But
a
if The
bad
Rock's doing-
motherfucker.
I'd never thought of this perspective before, but I agree with you. I would like to see show some range, get some nuts.
Yeah, like
for The Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's just always the
Do something.
charisma.
He's always The Rock.
Cut the charisma down.
Yeah.
Get a bit more darker and become a real fucking threat.
I wonder if you can do it.
Yeah.
He tried in Snatch.
Mm-mm.
What's that movie with his kid?
Tooth Fairy.
No. His kid gets done, and he's got to go and find some information. Snatch, isn't it? Snitch.
Yeah, he drives
tries,
a truck.
He tries in
drives
that.
a pickup truck.
He's serious and stern and all that sort of stuff in that, and it's not a good movie.
Yeah, he's not
Then
a great actor. It's not his
I
thing.
want to change the movie completely. Still with the Frozen. People are still going in cubes.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make it really fucking dark. He's not chasing a psychotic, eccentric man. He's chasing a literal serial killer, like a proper
Okay.
So
murder you in
Jeffrey
your sleep.
Dahmer.
Like a real bad motherfucker, like Osiris the Virus, John Malkovich type.
Yeah.
That
Two
darker
Con
than
Air
that.
references tonight.
It's I want it so
Right.
dark
reached the limit.
that Ken would do it in a pod. That's how dark I want it.
Yeah.
It's going to be dark.
Yeah.
So for John Spartan in that one, I've got Tom Hardy,
Yeah.
a bulky dude,
Yeah.
and he can act.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is a big surprise for me. I thought about long and hard for this. A few people came up, but I ended up on Shia LaBeouf. as a serial killer.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's more mental, this one. It's a mental thriller, but it's still got the same aspects of going into the future. These people don't know what to do.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a serial killer.
Yeah, it's more intellectual.
I want to make it real dark.
Yeah.
Right. So you have got very close to one of my pairings, kind of.
Yeah.
Half of it. It's 50%.
Yeah.
And it's the same reason.
Go dark.
Most of mine are much more serious. I completely agree. Tom Hardy was one of mine.
Yeah.
But playing off Tom Hardy would be Michael B. Jordan, because they would be able to match each other physically, and Michael B. Jordan can act like he's good.
Yep.
He's great in Creed.
He's great in Black Panther.
Yeah.
He's not good in Without Remorse, but that's a whole nother.
So yeah, I think Tom Hardy would be great. Calm down, Duff. Yeah, wow.
Fuck, I hate that movie.
Fucking really?
Yeah, it's getting emotional. I think it's tense. So Tom Hardy, Michael B. Jordan would be one of them.
Yep.
I was trying to think physical presence of, someone intimidating to be, I wanted that gooch and the body around it as well. I haven't even sold myself on this one, but John Cena.
Yes.
Yeah.
As Spartan.
Yeah. Yeah. And Oscar Isaac. So this one is a little bit of a disconnect as well. A little bit.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Because my dark one, I had Oscar Isaac and Shia LaBeouf like mixed.
Yeah. So Oscar Isaac would be. I'm sold on Oscar Isaac as the bad guy.
Yeah.
I just don't know whether Cena can pull off the Spartan part. But physically, yes.
Two different. I feel like they're two separate things.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Rock and John David Washington. Yeah.
Give him a chance.
Yeah. My last one, and I like this one for a couple of reasons. I'd go Boyd Holbrook.
Yep.
I love Boyd.
Yeah.
It's good.
But
Boyd.
imagine if he was the good guy and the bad guy was Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Oh, Narcos.
Yeah. So
Narcos, baby.
yeah.
Perfect.
I thought that was.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So that was my third
Really
one.
I like that. It makes it a movie. It's not about the stars. I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah,
And
I think they're one of the few pairings that can do the physicality and are both very good actors as well.
Yeah.
And plus, it'd just be cool to watch the two guys from Narcos go.
For sure
it would.
Yeah. So I had Timothy Olyphant as Simon
I consider
Phoenix.
Timothy Olyphant.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he could even do the Wesley Snipes version of Simon Phoenix.
Yeah.
I watched
Because he can do that fucking...
Boba Fett last night and I went, I should do Timmy. And I went, just...
Is he in that, is he?
Yeah.
Is he in Boba Fett? So I had him, and then as John Spartan in that version, this is the hammy version.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel.
You
So
fucking
Vin
love
Diesel versus Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No? You guys hate Vin Diesel.
Funny story.
Yeah.
You should bring that up. The people from Fast and Furious wanted Timmy Oliphant to play.
No, we've done this. We spoke
Have
about
we?
this before on Gone in
I
60
should
Seconds.
really start listening.
That's okay.
Carry on.
So that's the hammy version.
Yeah.
For my version of it, which
Yeah.
isn't hammy at all.
Darker?
It's same concept.
Is it dark, Ken?
No, not necessarily. Same concept, but more sci-fi and no satire, no comedy, just a serious sort of action sci-fi movie. I had Tom Hardy as Simon Phoenix.
It's unanimous.
And then I had
As Simon Phoenix.
And then Simon
Oh,
Phoenix.
wow.
So he's the villain.
Yeah, right.
And then I had Jeremy Renner as John Spartan.
Right.
So Jeremy Renner's hunting down Tom Hardy
Okay.
in my serious version,
I
like
don't
good
hate
action
it.
movie
I
version.
don't hate it. Yeah.
And then this is my it's probably a little too late for these two dudes, but this is my awesome movie where it's just fucking outrageous. Nicolas Cage is Simon Phoenix.
Oh god.
And Gerard Butler is John Spartan. How good's that? Yeah. Who's not watching that? Yeah.
Me.
And then for Dennis Leary, it's got to be TJ Miller. He's the only guy.
Actually,
it's got to be TJ
Miller.
Yeah. And last one for Simon Phoenix. Sorry, I had 4. Last one for Simon Phoenix, I had Martin Lawrence.
Nope.
Kevin Hart.
Couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Couldn't resist.
Oh,
that was good to look into that and see. It's funny how we all went on a different path. Like we went, all right, I'll make this movie a bit.
What sort of movie you want?
Yeah.
Ken didn't yell at anyone else apart from me. That was weird.
Because I do think, I do think this is actually they remake everything now, right?
They're doing Demolition Man 2.
Are they?
Yeah, it's in the works.
Okay, but just remake it.
The last thing I heard was 1 year ago where Sylvester Stallone saying,
it's in the works. It's coming.
And it normally takes 3 movies.
Yeah.
3
It's not a remake. It's actually Demolition Man 2.
No, I want a remake. I don't want Demolition Man 2.
I agree
What
with
do
you.
they refreeze Wesley Snipes' head back on? Would be
that scene.
because I'll watch that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Actually,
Does Sandra come back?
No, she's
I
above
know.
that.
I don't know.
She's
Get more,
above that. She's above that.
information.
Yeah. No, just remake it.
I've got a few fun facts which I've already gone over. Rob Schneider became very close with Sandra Bullock. Like they became good friends.
Really?
And this is why his direction and acting has gone the way it has. He told Sandra Bullock, "Don't make that silly bus movie."
Oh.
Rob Schneider couldn't be more.
So they were
right.
friends briefly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That
tells you everything in it, as you say. Yeah, that tells you
And
everything
then
in it.
fucking a couple of years later, he makes Juice Bigelow.
Yeah, and Juice Bigelow 2, and The Animal.
Although Juice Bigelow's pretty good.
Hot Chick's great. I love it.
Yeah. Oh,
Not
right.
many people know this, but you could put your weed in there.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, we've gone over the Wesley Snipes fighting. That was pretty insane.
It was a standout
Can you
factor of the
imagine
movie.
telling
prison with
Wesley
him?
Snipes to slow down your kicks?
Yeah. Yeah, well, you can get kicked in the face for saying that, I think.
Like, slow down your kicks, Wesley.
And you wouldn't know where it came from.
So Wesley Snipes refused to use a stunt double in most of the scenes.
Yeah.
So he would act
Because
it,
there's no one as jacked as him.
and then he would leave, and then they'd refilm it with the stunt double.
Oh, ouch.
But most of the scenes, they use Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, because they were literally afraid to tell him that he didn't do a great job.
Yeah.
Like, good job, Wes. Just head back to the trailer, bro. And then they...
I got a feeling he'd be a pretty intense guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't know that.
Like a don't make eye contact.
Was Sylvester Stallone really outrunning all those massive explosions? Because that was his best skill as a law enforcement officer, was to be right in the middle of the shit.
He certainly demolishes stuff.
But he's right in the middle of it too. And then like he's
Wait, are you saying he's the Demolition Man?
Yeah. What?
Which one's the Demolition Man?
It's John Spartan, the Demolition Men.
Sorry.
What you never see from Sylvester Stallone, he's running in the flame, right?
Yeah.
Every scene, I just assumed he's dead.
Yeah, same.
Because you never see him come out of the...
No.
It's just him.
And he's unscathed, not singed, like
and
nothing.
there's a fireball behind him and he walks out.
Yeah. It was his best skill as a law enforcement
Let's
officer.
do a
it was,
hunka
His
chunka.
ability was his ability to outrun a massive fireball. And it's not a bad skill to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're a Demolition Man, you need to run away from explosions. Like, fuck.
That's anyone else got any fun facts they'd like to share?
I wouldn't dare do research on a week that wasn't mine.
But just something...
That wasn't aimed at you, BJ.
I felt attacked.
I was looking at
Ken is in a fucking mood
Oh,
today.
how dare you? I've got fired up one time because you keep bringing the fucking rock into every podcast.
He is good, man. His charisma makes me excited for him.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So what do you want to do? Who's redeeming? Who wants to first react at it?
I'll go.
Okay, man. I'll warn you, I may be a bit emotional.
I was
but not
thinking about
angry.
that.
It's
Yeah.
more teary.
Who says I'm not fucking redeeming it?
I'm not looking at you.
Oh.
I'll give you the signal to leave the room.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Mixed feelings. I'm a big Stallone guy, big Wesley guy, big Bullock guy, big sci-fi action movie guy.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of boxes ticked here for me. Unfortunately, I'm not a big Demolition Man guy, and I haven't ever been.
Right.
It's never been one of those movies that has sat inside my head as like, you got a feeling of a movie.
Duff's back in
See you, mate. Wait for it. I don't dislike it.
Yeah, carry on.
Okay, I don't dislike it, but I don't overly like it either. I'd never seek it out to watch it.
That's
If it came on free-to-air TV back in the day before streaming services, I'd see it out. Yeah. But its flaws that I spoke about earlier, like the conceptual flaws, are just way too hard for me to overcome. And it sounds dumb from a guy that fucking was given, Olympus Had Fallen 84 and Predator 98 or whatever I gave it.
Yep.
But I'm saying this is too hard for me to overcome in this movie. They get a lot of we spoke about this, but they get a lot of the satire and the predictions of the future are, hauntingly accurate, as you touched on, BJ.
That's fucking nuts.
But I found the actual satire stuff like painfully obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then by the time they kind of got sick of doing the satire stuff, then it kind of turns into this 80s, 90s action movie. And I'm not even sure that was done very well. Like if you compare it to other 80s and 90s action movies around that era, even the action scenes and stuff like that, I don't think they're as good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the concept itself was really cool. I did like it. Like the idea of these two guys in a fish out of water type thing.
Yep.
even though it was kind of flawed with the whole why the fuck are they frozen thing. We're not doing that again. But it was a cool concept. I just if they thought of a better idea why to freeze them, I would have been cool with that. The future world that they built, I thought was very cool. It was really inventive. And considering it was made in '93, it was kind of well done. The main problem I've got is, unlike you, Duff, I just didn't have a great deal of fun watching it, and I fucking should have. Like, it should be a really fun movie.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of, it felt like a chore. I felt like I was kind of getting through it just to make notes on it to do the pod. And I haven't felt that way about a single movie we've done yet. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
So, in saying all of that, my days with Demolition Man are done.
Yeah.
Officially.
It's got an expiration date for you, does it?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, I don't know whether it was ever in my range, yeah. I'm not going to nail it to the cross, though. Instead, I'm going to throw it into a cryogenic chamber and not defrost it for at least another 32 years. I give it a 45.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I am sitting here in absolute, utter disbelief at how much Ken and I are on the same page. I legitimately thought I was going to be the fly in the ointment tonight. So basically what Ken said. Thanks. No.
Happy with that?
No.
Tune in next week.
I loved it when it came out, but I didn't know any better. I was young and dumb. So there were some good things in terms of the nostalgia for the physical sets and the lack of CGI and all that sort of stuff. That was fun. I was really keen to watch this in that I thought I was going to enjoy it a lot more. I got a little bored, especially in the middle part. I felt like it was one bit that got replayed over and over and over again to an extent. I did enjoy the predictive parts of it. I thought that was pretty cool. And that, let's be honest, that's just dumb luck more than anything else, right? Like, it was, I don't think the 18 people who wrote this or whatever were geniuses. I think they stumbled on across some shit. The concept itself, the whole, like, when have we ever actually needed to get something from the past to help us in the future? Like,
dinosaurs.
We don't really do that very often, do we?
Man.
Yeah, we're not. We don't do it. We're not like, what we really need here is an old-fashioned typewriter instead of a laptop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. I did feel that Wesley Snipes was pantomiming a little bit too much. I felt that the middle section dragged out a little bit too much. The only thing worse than the middle section was the big cheesy ending.
Yeah,
he literally did the whole like laying her down and giving her a kiss. And she's like, "What was that?" And he's like, "Hunka chunka." So yeah, I don't ever need to see this movie again. It was conceptually, as you say, there was some stuff that they nailed. There was also like another layer below that was a little bit of propaganda going on here. There was a little bit of like the only thing that can stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun type of thing. And I was like, we got hit over the head with that a bit. I am going to nail it to the cross.
Go for it.
But not as much as you might think. I'm going to give it a 48.
Okay. So just under. So we're about the same.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 48. Yeah, I think you said everything I wanted to say, but better. So thanks for that. So yeah, nailing it to the cross. Glad I watched it again because now I know that I don't want to ever watch it again.
Yeah. Fair point. I'm probably the same there as well. Yeah.
And I do think it's ripe for a remake. Just if they just tweak a couple of those things, take it down a couple of notches, make it less pantomime and a little bit more serious.
I don't think they can ham it these days.
Yeah, you're right.
They just don't do it anymore.
Yeah. So Duff, wipe away your tears and tell us what you thought.
I should have gone first because now I'm sad as shit. I didn't see any. The concept's terrible. The plot holes are massive. Like, everything is...
but I give it 90.
The hamming...
This is why we love you, Duff.
The hamming was just over the top. It was silly. But, in saying that, I really liked it. I do have a different process than you guys.
Yeah.
I will sit there, turn everything off, and I'll watch a movie. And it all comes down, am I enjoying it or am I not? And if I grab my phone, I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah.
So if I nail a movie to a cross, if I grab my phone, it hasn't brought me into the world. I'm not there.
Yeah.
But for me, I was there. Like, I told you about the joy. Like, I loved this when I was younger.
Yeah.
Haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah.
But as soon as it plays, I'm just like, wow. And the fact that it didn't do an opening credit scene till after that first scene, that I love that shit.
I was impressed by the way it got straight into it. That was cool.
It's like, perfect. And then... while these motherfuckers are frozen, I agree with you guys. It's a bit dull.
Yep.
But not for me. I'm looking at all that. I'm looking at Lethal Weapon 3 photos in the background. I'm looking at all this Joel Silver extra bits.
Yes.
Because I'm in the movie. I'm not bored. I'm enchanted by it. Because when I was younger, I loved it. And my silly old body has not caught up to my mind. My mind, I'm still that boy.
Yeah. Your mind's frozen, your body's decaying.
Yeah. My body is on the way. I want to be
very
frozen.
Sad what you just said, BJ.
But what I'm saying, I'm still in that childhood wonder. I felt joy. I smiled.
Yeah.
I remember actually.
It's getting really emotional. No, I felt joy.
I felt joy. I'm a dead hoper. I don't feel joy. Movies are an escape, and I escaped to this movie, and I really enjoyed it. There is a lot of things wrong with it. It doesn't really hold up today.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You just cannot make this movie again.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I really enjoyed it. For me, I'm giving it a 73.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's big.
So, yeah, bang.
Boom.
Sad news, guys.
What's that?
It's the first film we've not redeemed, if we're doing a majority thing.
Yeah, but I hosted it, so I get like 4 votes.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So
okay,
it's 4-2.
so still the Redeemables then. It's still the Redeemables
Is that
podcast.
the first time we've had two under 50?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a feeling that there's going to be a lot of listeners who actually disagree with you and I, Ken, and are more on Duff's side on this one.
Yeah.
They're
Well, I challenge them to rewatch it.
Yeah, they're idiots.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. maybe they're all dead hopers. Dead hopers, right?
So we have a new segment. One sec, just give me a sec. I'm trying to cue up the music for it.
Sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. For Ken's Mailbag.
That was fucking incredible.
Ken's
Honestly, that was visceral. Like I felt joy.
You felt it?
It's not finished yet. Mailbag. Hit me, Ken.
That's it. So it is Ken's mailbag. First one is from Trent Rule, and it says, "Hey guys, thought of a movie for y'all. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'm not going to read that one anymore. No, I'm joking. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the first movie from 1995. He goes on to say it's got a Metacritic of 40. 15 mil budget, but it made 66 at the box office.
Jesus.
So he says he thought it might be cool for something different. Lots of love. The one top fan that doesn't have the badge because
very true.
because you guys are controlling the algorithm. Please fix it. What do you think, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
It'll never be in my wheelhouse.
Is that the one where they wear leotards? They wear those colourful leotards and those
I
helmets.
assume so.
Yep.
I couldn't even tell you if it's animated or not.
Yeah.
I've not
I watched
seen
the remake.
Yeah, I did watch the remake.
And hated that shit.
Yeah.
And
is this he's saying this is the original
The
one? Yeah, the very
95.
first. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah,
I don't even know Power Rangers.
Unfortunately, Trent, I love you, but nah, it's a no from Duff.
Yeah.
I can't see me do it. Like, for me, maybe these guys do it, but my new thing is I'm doing movies I love, so...
Yeah, well, that's, yeah. So
I don't
my
know
problem
it.
is that in 1995 I was already 40, so like I was outside of the demographic by quite some way. And look, Trent, you're a super fan, not a top fan as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Fuck
keep
the
sending
algorithm, man.
suggestions, man. You'll get one right.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So
it's just not that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass. I'm not a Power Rangers guy.
Okay.
I couldn't name one of the Power Rangers.
So no, the green one.
Yeah, aren't they just all traffic lights?
It's just colours. Yeah.
Or
Or is that Captain Planet?
Oh, fucking Captain
Is it
Planet.
Earth
the
and
preachiest bloody
water?
superhero.
Yeah.
Now that's
Hey,
The Don Cheadle Captain Planet?
Yeah.
Tree.
Thanks heaps for the mail. That was great. I love this mail, man.
Yeah,
I love the mailbag.
Yeah.
So, yeah, send us an email. Always love it. Ben, do you love the emails?
I love emails. The electronic mail is the way of the future.
Yeah, so also, next question, Ben. What is next week?
Speaking of the way of the future. So, interestingly enough, I've had this one planned for quite a while. This has been next on my slate.
Ooh.
And it's come up, actually, a couple of times in various forms over the last 2 episodes in particular.
Okay. Intrigued?
Yes. It's not a huge departure from our normal lane, but I'm not a huge sci-fi guy. But this is on the sci-fi tip.
Love the tip.
Yeah. We're going pitch black.
Oh, I knew this. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You gave me a look when I rang it up.
I know. I was like, I'm giving you the fucking stop. Haven't seen it in a really long time, but pretty keen to watch it again, and it definitely made an impact on me.
Very keen to watch it again.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah. No.
What year is that? not that old.
It's
05 or 06,
around there. Yeah,
Just do a trilogy, like each week someone does another thing.
Oh, look, I went backwards and forwards on which Riddick we were going to do, and I went, let's just go the original.
Yeah, start from the start.
Got to do the original.
Yeah,
so, perfect.
Yeah, pitch black, Vin Diesel wearing glasses. Let's do it.
Bang, bang, bang.
Love it. Thanks very much for tuning in again.
I said, goddamn, what a rush.
The Redeemables.
Bye.
I remember when you were a snot-nosed rookie pilot.
They finally grounded me.
Shit. You're a damn good flyer.
You are fined 2 credits for violation of the verbal morality statute.
I'll be right back. Thanks a lot, you shit brain.
You are fined for repeated violations of the verbal morality statute.
So much for the seashells. See you in a few minutes.